Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Byron, and I would like to talk to you tonight about ice water in the ear. It's as amazing as it sounds weird. Did I say that right? It is as amazing as it is weird sounding. That's what I'm trying to say. This will blow you away. I have a little thing over here to read from in case I need to, because I don't remember all the words for this. But basically, what happens is there are stroke victims who have paralysis, and sometimes it happens that they will deny that paralysis. Now, you're probably wondering, how does one deny that they are paralyzed? But the way it works is, let's say their hand is paralyzed. Their brain, their brain thinks that everything is okay, and it will make an excuse for why they're not moving their hand. They might be asked to do something, and they look at their hand to do it, and it doesn't move, and their brain comes up with an excuse. And it will say something like, "I'm just tired. I don't feel like it." Or some other kind of excuse. I don't know how imaginative they can get, but I imagine the brain is quite capable of coming up with all kinds of interesting variations to this. So what happens is, when they are in that state, that's the way that their state of mind is. If you take cold water and gently irrigate it into the patient's ear canal, it will temporarily halt that denial of the paralysis. So cold water is gently irrigated into the patient's ear canal. The cold temperature creates a convection current in the fluid of the inner ear. The physical stimulation mimics the sensation of the head turning. It sends a powerful signal to the brainstem, which then triggers the vestibulo-ocular reflex, causing the eyes to drift rhythmically. The shift in awareness. Most importantly, this stimulation activates the parietal lobe, an area of the brain crucial for integrating body image and spatial awareness. In patients with right hemisphere damage who deny their left-sided paralysis, this cold water stimulation can temporarily awaken the dormant parts of the brain. For a brief window, these patients often suddenly acknowledge their condition, saying, "Yes, I see now that my arm is paralyzed." When the water warms up and the stimulation fades, the patient's brain returns to its previous state of denial. This tells us that the denial isn't just a psychological defense mechanism. It is a direct consequence of a specific neurological malfunction in how the brain maps the body. It reminds us that our sense of self is not a fixed thing, but a fragile construction constantly being maintained by our neural circuits. I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Dawnkey, A Bipolar Journey. It's available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Walmart, all online. Thank you for coming. And would you please leave me a comment if you have any questions or thoughts about this situation? And I would love it if you liked and subscribed. The like helps me with the algorithm and helps make it go, bring up the views, or the impressions, I'm sorry. So thank you very much for listening. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.